Ryder has a doctor's appointment today, and it's been another month. Actually, it's been close to 3.5 weeks, but with Thanksgiving coming up, we have to get in before because they're pretty packed up, and then he wants to schedule us before we leave for vacation and Christmas. So we've been going once a month, and today is, let me put Boog down. Today is another appointment, and, there you go, buddy. There you go. Yay. So today's another appointment, and I got my fingers crossed that today is actually going to be a day where we get a little bit of percentage, anything, better news that we have some improvement. It's so hard to go in there and not get any improvement. Last time he had a little fluid on his heart, or no, he didn't have fluid on his heart. That was a few times before, and that went away. But this time we're hoping that his heart was a little bit bigger than it was last time, and they say that goes by the amount of fluid they take in. So it can be a little bit bigger depending on how much they have in their system. So he's tumbling around on the floor. And we're hoping that that's down, and we have a little bit more improvement of his injection fraction. So we're going to take off. This is what we do while we wait for our appointments, right? Oh, that was not good. You can't drop it. You want to put it on your lap? Sit back. Here.
Walk like an elephant, stomp, stomp, stomp. Bounce like a kangaroo, hop, hop, hop. Swing like a monkey in a tree. Move like the animals that you see.
I'm in a good mood.
Hi there, let's play.
Horsey.
Horse.
I think you get the idea. So that's the one with all 4 chambers. So
Oh, yeah.
This is the one we're watching.
And you can tell it's not as moving as much, but it looks like it's got a little bit more squeeze to it than last time.
And then let me show you another one here.
What's on,
This
Boog?
is when we're looking at it sort of head on. So that's what it looks like.
Oh, wow. So is it the left side on this one?
Mm-hmm. So it's this right here.
Okay.
So we're sort of looking down the barrel at it.
Huh. I guess I don't ever remember looking at that angle before. That's interesting. That's cool.
Yeah.
Very good.
All done. Yeah.
Okay, here we are, waiting. We haven't been waiting that long. Katie just got done with this echo, and I'll show you guys some of that. And we're waiting to see what his report says. There's people walking by, so Ryder's watching everybody. I left the door open to close off today. Need to be open. Hi! So we're waiting to hear what the doctor says. Hopefully I'll be able to record some of that. Right, we're having some snacks and some water. Of course, water.
Visually it's definitely better, and the numbers are a touch better. Actually visually it is better.
Yeah.
This one I can see
It's
the walls moving really much better, except for still a little bit of the septum. The septum is our laggard, but overall most of the free wall is actually really visually looking nicer to look at.
Good.
And the heart size came down a couple
Awesome.
millimeters.
That was one that I was worried about.
So, and the EKG went towards normal again. And remember I told you kind of
Right.
looked normal, and then it kind of like sagged back to like, oh, that doesn't looks like he used to look 2 months ago. Was back to looking close
Well,
to
he's
normal.
eating better again.
Really?
It dropped off there for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And he is eating better again. Like,
And I think Carvedilol plus or minus if it's helping. I'm definitely gonna, that drug's gonna be my favorite one till the end, till we're sure he absolutely needs nothing. if we can get there. I hope so. But carvedilol, I will boost it again if he gains another pound on me.
Okay.
Just because I think it can do really wonders, and to keep it on a weight level of appropriateness. And a little bit on the other medicines too if we need to. But with Cinepril and stuff, we'll make bigger. That one you can't make fine adjustments very easily because it's a pill, and
Right.
and we
That's a hard
find
one
it just
for
better
us.
to go half than a full.
So what number did we get to this time?
We're like at 18 to 19%.
Ooh, we're getting closer to 20.
Yeah.
I'm hoping before
And
Christmas
if it
we get
wasn't
past
for that
that
day,
20.
if the septum would just match the free wall, it would have been 20. So, and I said, yeah, it's still going to be a slow process. I agree that,
Right.
it could still be, 2 more months before we get to 20. I don't know if we will even in 2 months, but I think we could because I said, visually I felt a little better, definitely this time. And I'm not, I was glad to see that.
I'm glad.
And then we continue to look to say something. We have to be careful of, I said, obsessing on numbers because clinically he's doing well, and there is no absolute need to rush because he medicines he can stay on. They are not dangerous beyond long term, but yeah, we'd love to eventually start thinking about weaning. When we get to that day someday, it'll be fun to say, hey.
Oh yeah,
And
it was nice to go
I've
off
had,
the Xanax.
I've had a few, yeah.
I was like, winning!
I've had similar cases where it was between 1 and 2 years of age. I started taking things away every 3 to 6 months, one at a time, and it took a couple years to take them off everything. But that's so be it. I mean,
Right.
it's smart to go slow because these medicines aren't dangerous if you're on them, and you don't need to be on them. And you'd hate to miss the chance to. So we were definitely, plug along here. And I'm going to leave everything the same this go round.
Okay.
I think I don't quite have enough to say, well, we're going to change anything more or less. But, and yeah, I'm glad we're off the Zantac. But, yeah, everything's twice a day except for Cinepril and aspirin.
Yeah, it feels like I'm missing something every time I give him his medicine, just because that one Xantac's gone, and I'm like, that's all right with me.
Right. And you don't have anything in the middle of the day, which is good. So just
Yeah.
breakfast and dinner, practically. Something like that.
Yay.
Are you still traveling?
We're planning on it. We haven't
Yeah.
picked a date yet.
Oh, okay, I was going to ask you, do you have a
I
day? Because I'll work around that.
I think we were planning on trying to leave around the 18th of December.
Okay.
So end of December. So if we need to
What's
see
going to make
again-
you feel better? Do you feel like you need to come in right before you go or right after you get back? Because I was going to try to say I'd see him in about 6 weeks this time. Kind of like either right after Christmas, but I could say 5
What
weeks.
do you feel better with?
Oh, I feel fine with seeing him between Christmas and New Year. I won't be here. I'm here right before Christmas. But I don't think he needs to be seen for a good 6 weeks. I think I want to kind of stretch out his visits a little.
Okay.
And kind of like I said, stop staring at the every little detail for a little bit longer. Just kind of, and at this age too, I mean, his growth is steady, but it's, it's not going to be,
What?
so,
You want a drink?
I mean, I could even, we're already at the 12th of November. I can easily say, but you can call right before you go, say we could see him after the holidays, after
Okay.
January 5th or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay,
If you
let's
could
do
be back by
that.
then.
I am not worried. I mean, we are not going to slide
If
backwards.
he has
we
like
are,
something that's worrying.
yeah, I said if
to
you're
me-
about to leave, we're pretty go with the flow, and you you can easily, all you have to do is have the girls say, ask Dr. Besser if I can come in, and they put it on my desk, and there's names I know so well. I'm like, sure, yeah, come on in.
Okay.
Other people I know might be panicking over nothing, so I might say, call them back and say, don't worry.
Well, I
But for
almost
you,
called you at one
it's-
point because he wasn't eating again. He
Yeah.
just like stopped. But I think he was doing a growing spurt, and now all of a sudden, I can't stop him from eating.
He's got good energy.
He wants
so
all the food he can get in his
I can
belly.
tell you're going to be walking
He
soon.
eats 6 steps at a time. I know, he
Okay.
got
Gonna say,
chunkified all of a sudden.
That's all that kind of stuff he's doing away.
It's like 1 in 300,000 from what I understand.
Correct.
So you just watch out. It's coming more
We
common
don't
too. isn't it?
we want to encourage people not to assume all symptoms are this because that's typical of all of us as we read